Well, frustrating
Also,
homework aside,
yes, I refuse to be on time, don't worry. Actually, I was eating dinner, that was why.
and I was turning in homework, which is why I was, well, technically in the call, was not doing anything until I unmuted myself. But since we are all here, we can get started and take our minds off of the trials and tribulations of the past week or day. So, last week, Daehoon discovered a not so secret hidden room with a interesting piece of armor inside and some notes. You also discovered a room full of nukes.
That I probably started. Yeah.
Set for a 6-hour timer before rejoining the rest of the party. Audrey found out about the nukes, persuaded Vogley to show her where the nuke room was. While Silvar, Chomper, Daehoon, and Sterbon went and checked out the tree. While they were checking out the tree, it seemed that it gained possession over Chomper through a magnificent use of command. You managed to prevent Chomper from healing the tree and carrying her off, or at least bullying Sterbon to wild shape into a giant eagle and then flying off with her. And as a payment, you entertained him with getting beat up by the tree. If you're saying anything there, Lunar, you is all garbled.
I am not. The most you are probably hearing is a mildly perturbed but also kind of happy cat.
Solda. During this encounter, you discovered that this thing is particularly weak to necrotic damage. Meanwhile, with Audrey and Vogley, you were unsuccessful in trying to figure out how to prevent the nukes from going off. At least, not before roots started coming in through the roof of the room. So Audrey left to go get help, while Vogley stayed for some reason. I don't exactly remember why. But TLDR, you all regrouped eventually and teleported out to the island of Mikhail, just outside of, I believe it was settled on Lair. But the possession over Chomper ended. She was not left behind, despite Rhiannon's best efforts. And Audrey discovered that Daehoon has some armor and notes that her brother was working on, and demanded that they be given to her for destruction. Daehoon was not very happy, but was compelled to oblige. And as he was being escorted away from this terrible, sad scene, Audrey staying behind to make sure that no one doubled back. It was revealed to him that Vogli made copies of the notes. And now you are more or less sneaking your way, well, not sneaking away, but making your way downtown, not walking fast, to a blacksmith. And now, that is where we are this week. Audrey, you and Starabon, as far as I'm aware, are still back at the bonfire waiting for the armor to melt. Meanwhile, Daehun, you're currently being escorted by Silvar and his timey-wimey son from the future.
Ah. I do love a good episode of Master Ware. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I want to see the town. I don't actually know what's going on in the town.
Well, the town is still in the process of being set up.
Okay.
Mostly tents. Mostly a tent town. There are a handful of buildings. And while I'm thinking about it, we're cool with your choice in Stronghold.
Awesome. Thank you for letting me do that.
Yeah, I was fine once I figured out what you're trying to say. It's just it's out of sight, out of mind kind of deal with me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Then I will. Well, I mean, when you compel me to pay, then I will. But
yes.
Until then, I'm not getting rid of my money. Awesome. Okay. So yeah. Daehun is hungry because he had all of his energy sapped by a tree. So maybe we go to the canteen and then the blacksmith.
All right. Go ahead and roll for me an investigation.
Let me get my character sheet. Because I'm lazy. There you go.
So you are able to find what you're looking for without too much trouble. You're able to get some food into both your and Silvar's systems because he also got hit by that tree.
Good stuff.
But, yeah, you can also find your way to the blacksmith. You have encountered this person before, if I remember correctly.
Yep. I almost killed her. Sorry, she almost killed me.
But, so... Well, it's not really a blacksmith shop, as is a... It is 3 walls with a forge in the back corner. But you do see the black-haired elven woman. She isn't working on any metal at the moment. She looks like she's painting something like you probably guess a sign of some kind.
Hello there.
She looks up from her... Ah. Hello there. What can I do for you?
Well, I guess Vogley, if that's his name.
Yes.
All right, how about this? He's gonna start crouching and he's gonna like waddle towards her. Okay, look, we've got some very important information that we want to share with you. You're the foremost blacksmith, sorry, the only blacksmith I know, and you seem to be pretty good at what you do. So, we wanted to give you this information so maybe you could use it and make like cool stuff, probably automatons. Automatons that would rule the world, make everything perfect. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so Vogley, give this stuff to her. If you want to make a copy so that she doesn't. Yeah.
So that who doesn't what?
Nothing. Do you know the elven woman by any chance? The really annoying small one? Acts like she's better for the world, but she's not.
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Her name is Audrey. I hate saying it, but her name is Audrey. It's such a foreign name. Like, who has a name like that? Anyway. Yeah, so this is technically very sensitive information from her. She would prefer if nobody knew about it, but if she knows you have it, she'll try to kill you. So just don't share this with her.
I'll try not to.
Okay, yeah, just keep it under wraps. And yeah, I trust you. You made my armor better, so.
So, Vogley will reach into his bag and pull out the stack of notes and hand them over to her. She takes probably like good 3 minutes, like flipping through all the notes before putting them aside.
Daehun's just going to be doing squats during that 3 minutes. Okay. Oh, hey, you're done. Does that look like you can use it, or just a bunch of trash?
Well, I'm certain I could tinker around and make armor like this. And speaking of armor, she turns towards Silvar. You're Silvar, aren't you? I had a commission for you, or well, on your behalf, and it is done. Just go over into one corner. I open a crate and pull out a nice set of scale mail armor that is Silvar's size. I do have to say, this was rather an interesting look. Not like anything I've worked on, though it does bear some similarities between the notes that you all brought.
But
It's similar to the armor that you're asking me to make. It's not exactly the same. I think you'll find it to your liking. As she turns towards you, Daehun, you say that I'm the only blacksmith you know, perhaps by profession, but these two also look like they know their way around a forge.
Gonna turn towards him. Wow, I really don't know you guys, do I?
Well, for Vogley that makes sense because he's from the future. For me, well, I suppose it makes sense. I don't talk about it a lot. It does kind of come with being a rune smith fighter.
Rune Smith. Oh wait, Rune. Oh wait. I have an idea. Well, maybe in 3 months I'll have an idea. In 4 months? Yeah. Anyway, hey, how would you, and she's going to turn towards the blacksmith lady, how would you like to work here forever? Not here, but like somewhere else here for me in a fort.
Well, I'm already setting up a blacksmith here. And it's, well, I suppose to be more accurate, more than a blacksmith shop. A variety of craftsmanship items and perhaps a bit of private detective work.
Detective work. Well, okay, then I'll let you do that. But how about this? I'm currently planning to create, and I have the funds for it, a fort. Something that specifically in your case, this might interest you, because it has not only, well, we'll have a smithy, but it will also have an enchanter. Well, eventually. I was thinking, if you come work for me, I will not only build the smithy and the enchanter, but I will also build it custom to you. Eh? And then you can do whatever you want with the private detective work on the side.
She smiles. That is an intriguing offer. However, I must decline. Though I won't discourage you from having your smithy. It will do this island good to have a variety of blacksmiths. Yeah. I don't know how much you know about economics, but diversity does drive innovation, at least to an extent.
Okay. What if I added on a siege workshop? Would that be cool? Like if you could create cannons and all? No? Okay, all right. All right, but hey, if you don't make progress, no, even if you make progress on that armor that I just told you about, I would want your notes, all right? Just so that the other guy that I'm going to hire could maybe look at them as well. Maybe you can collaborate.
Perhaps. I mean, it depends on how close this fort is to here.
Oh, it's a little while. I still have to buy a ship. I need more money. How do you get money fast? I'd always just kill people. It usually doesn't. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for...
So, while this conversation is going on, back over towards the beach, the armor has melted to a point, though the notes completely gone. Like they're ashes at this point.
Okay then, Sturbon, I'm gonna need your help because there's some highly toxic rare earth elements in that. And as soon as it hits the battery, it's going to explode and spray mercury all over this forest.
Why did you light something that
she
could explode
she just pats you on the shoulder and walks off.
You both notice, well, you would both hear a screech in the air. And looking in the direction, you would see a griffin flying off in the direction of the town.
One of yours.
I have not made a griffin yet.
Okay, cool. Anyways, is this also the part where I say that, generally speaking, my brother liked to power things with enriched plutonium? I cannot stress this enough. Knowing my brother, that's probably a dirty bomb walking. Actually, there's probably a control terminal to literally make it start walking. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have lit it all on fire, but, you know.
Wonderful.
It's not my island, I don't care.
At this point, Dan, you would also hear the sound of a screech coming from above. You look through the roofless building, you catch sight of the griffin, and it lands right outside the storefront.
Aha! A trophy. He's gonna draw his sword, take out his shield, and flick it off. Let's go.
Now, hold on, I wouldn't call that a trophy here, coming from the direction of the griffin. And you see sledding off its back a female tiefling, and let me just double check this person's character sheet. I'm pretty sure it's plate, but just double check. Yes. A tiefling woman in full plate and a half-elf man in, I think, where is this guy's character sheet? In Splint's mail. Get off the back of the griffin.
Gosh. Darn it. Every single time something cool happens, oh no, I'm shut down. I can't do nothing in this town. He's gonna shoot the ground. I can't yet, just can't. He's gonna shoot the ground again. What? Who are you and why are you here and why are you on a beautiful griffin?
Wants to murder said beautiful.
He shoots the ground for emphasis.
The griffin is my mount.
He's weird, you have to be patient. Sterbon, come on, you know this.
And, well, we were just coming up to check on our friend and colleague, Chun Yen.
Who's Jen?
That would be me, the blacksmith you've been talking with says.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, well, I won't get in your guys' way. You have a long, nice chat, preferably away from your griffin. Yeah.
That griffin's going to fucking maul him, isn't he?
He's gonna like sidestep. And he's gonna like sidestep his way behind the blacksmith and just sort of sit there. Not like the blacksmith, the woman, but like behind
the smithy.
The smithy, yeah.
And Griffin is going to fucking maul him.
It really is.
You just sit there, Daehun?
No, actually, he's gonna turn off his sword, sheathe it, put his shield away, and then he's gonna pull out a Renmere. Just like if you guys want to do something, Daehun's just doing filler.
All right. Stare around at Audrey. You got a melting pile of metal. Just lying there on the beach.
Look, all I'm saying is toxic gamma ray radiation is technically natural.
And there are creatures that can eat it.
You're not one of them. Like I'm not suggesting all tieflings. I mean specifically you. You know what? We should just probably bury this.
Maybe.
You should make a tree. I'm out there.
The ghost of Dahun Past has a point. It would be a pretty kick-ass tree if you just grew a tree in it.
You want me to what now? Grow a tree in the stuff in the hopes the tree will
I mean,
consume.
what's the worst that could happen? You have an irradiated giant oak tree.
That's pretty much what could happen.
Is that any worse than the skeleton trees?
No. Oh God.
Actually, if anything, I figured you'd want a super tree. Like, she's just actually genuinely confused that Sturbon isn't for a weird fucking massive tree.
No, he's thinking about it. Yeah, how does one go about okay, yeah. He'll try and make a tree, I guess.
Okay, the usual.
Yeah. Just one that can consume industrial stuff.
That doesn't consume industrial waste.
Industrial and radioactive waste.
This would be a lot more helpful if we had you at home. You know,
Unless he
before
does
shit went
that.
sideways.
Well, so if you hadn't specified a tree that could eat toxic or radioactive waste, then that would have been a success. However, you just get a tree that you feel like is going to die eventually, if not from the radiation / other toxins, then from growing in sand.
Ah,
You know, there are trees that can live in sand.
There
They're
are.
quickly too.
Yeah, this is not a mangrove. This is very much an oak. It's going to die from the soil quality here. I mean, it's also glowing slightly green, but not sure if that's the druidic magic or the enriched plutonium.
Well, still a good job done.
Look, let me teach you a secret all industrial cultures ascribe to, Starbon. That will be future generations' problems.
How nice of you.
I know. Now, never mind the fact I'll be alive to see said future generations.
You'll survive to see.
Well, yes, and so will you. But
The way
we
things are going.
well, I mean, the way
That
things are going, I don't
can't
think we're going to have to worry about any future generations. But I digress. Anyways, you guys don't have like magic Skype here, do you?
No.
Ah, fuck.
Why would you want magic Skype?
I have to sort of kind of give a debrief the princess of a nation we just blew up 6 to 7 nuclear devices in the heartland of.
Didn't you already do that?
No, I said that it happened. I didn't give the full report. I didn't even bring up the fact Turku the Terror currently has a false Hydra.
I mean, that's just a problem for future generations.
Ah, now you get it. No, but seriously, I need to give the report, or else we're going to be in a lot of fucking trouble. And I do mean we, as in all of us. Though don't think for a second I won't throw Daehun under the bus for this. Actually, you know what? Pact. Let's just scapegoat Daehun. Sound good?
Jeez.
I'm not
Sounds
hearing a no.
mean.
You know, so Silver's cool. Vogley's technically not even born yet. So that leaves Daehun.
That's where you're wrong, buddy. He is technically born. It's just he's only at most a year old.
Okay, the 3-month-old nuked the province of a nation. How about that? Do you want me to say that to the princess?
Will she believe you?
It's a non-zero chance, actually. I think she's just sort of come to expect random bullshit with the with you guys. And the 3-month-old nuking a previously major population center is entirely believable at this point.
It's come to that point, I think we have.
I mean, I would like to remind you, your guys' first officially sanctioned mission as adventurers led to a massive explosion in the center of a city. There were like a dozen dead nobles thanks to that.
Alright, that was just the noble's fault, okay?
I'm not saying it wasn't the nobles' fault. I'm keenly aware about the core politics of Wildmeyer. They're kind of assholes. But it doesn't change the fact that, technically speaking, there's about a dozen people who are nobility who died on your guys' hands. Like, yeah, I suppose that, like, literally it was the cultists' fault, but you really bungled that hostage situation, is all I'm saying.
I don't know about...
Am I wrong? The whole point of negotiating a hostage situation is to not have the hostages die. Actually, a shocking amount of your guys' missions have just ended in arson. And I'm not talking about the boy. I'm talking about literal arson. Though I think he was responsible for a few of those.
I would not confirm nor deny that he was responsible for a few things.
But I mean, it doesn't look good when a fire genasi and 2 tieflings are conspicuously where multiple places have just been set on fire.
I did not do any fire. I'll be clear with you on that.
Look, I'm not suggesting you did. I'm just suggesting racism is a thing. Being said, I mean, yeah, no, it's probably just easiest to scapegoat Daehun. You guys have been getting off shockingly scot-free for the amount of crimes you've committed in that nation. Then another
I
one.
mean,
You guys committed regicide. I need to stress this. You guys committed regicide.
isn't the nation in question currently busy with a little,
No,
literal?
thanks to extraneous bullshit, they currently have a ceasefire. I don't know how much longer that's going to last.
Okay, fine. They're dealing with a ceasefire with a nation that wants to murder them. Does not equate an okay situation in my books. But
Speaking of which, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to explain to the princess that Turco the Terror is currently in possession of multiple suborbital magic, basically just magic javelins that bomb a city.
you guys made, what was it, Stalin's fist?
You know, it's a surprise tool that could help us later.
And is instead causing issues now.
Suggesting you're wrong. Technically speaking, though, it was before my time, so I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Being said, I did also steal these. And she pulls out the blueprints for a spelljammer. By steal, I mean reappropriated. But also, first of all, I hope Turk of the Terror already has plans for these. And if he doesn't, he didn't notice that I swiped these. Anyways, if you want to upgrade your ship to a spaceship, just ask me. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go talk to the fox to teleport me back.
Is a great point. How many spell slots does she have left? But for that, you're going to have to roll a perception check to find her.
What if I just try and fucking Wile E. Coyote her with a platter of ham and a sticky note saying Fortong?
Then there's a 1/3 chance that you get her.
I mean, the other two can help lead me to Tong, so if this doesn't go well, I suppose we'll resort to the Wile E. Coyote strategy. Come, bird, let us look.
Okay. Well, you begin in the most logical of places, that being the town. However, you don't spot any fox ladies there. You see what looks like a trading post with a number of stalls, and what may or may not be a theater and a library.
They really have their priorities in order, don't they?
Down the road, you see a griffin outside of a yet to be fully finished blacksmith shop, what you could guess. Around the backside is Daehun.
Daehun, don't try and fight the griffin.
He's not listening. He's whispering to his sword.
That's not
Daehun.
sus at all.
Daehun, I know you have a talking sword. I'm trying to tell you this for your own good. Do not fight the griffin. The griffin will win.
That's a stupid idea. Stupid elf. Gonna go back to talking to his sword.
Okay, he's gone full golem.
Did you expect nothing less?
I hope, there's a few more months before he did that. Actually, just suck it. He'll poke her head into the locksmith, like the smithy area, and go, "Hey, you have a crazy man out back talking to his sword. You guys like have anything to deal with people that are just loitering on your property?"
So let me describe this situation to you. First off, Vogley and Silvar, they went and did their own thing. They're no longer here. Inside, you see a tiefling in plate armor. He's got a shield leaning up against the wall. You don't see a weapon of any kind anywhere on her or near her that would probably be hers. A changeling, an old changeling at that. It doesn't take a high insight or perception to tell this guy is old. Wearing split mail. They are currently conversing with a black-haired elven woman who is buff as heck and has tattoos over the parts of her skin that you can see. They seem to be discussing the contents of a piece of paper that is lying on not a piece of paper, a pile of papers they stacked up on top of the crates and amongst them. The tiefling turns to you. Yeah, so we have lots of options to get rid of loiterers.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and start throwing cans with your griffin outside. By that I mean it's Daehoon. It's absolutely Daehoon. Who else do you think it would be?
Well, considering don't know who the people that own this island are, other than Order the Swan, I guess my half-granddaughter's companions?
Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, cool. You're, I guess, related to Fleur. Yeah, Daehoon's that weirdo paladin. Doesn't take his helmet off, despite the fact that he's inside, and absolutely should take his helmet off.
The changelings aren't all paladins strange.
I mean, strange even for a paladin.
You hear
Also-
a sneeze out back.
Also, does the nursing home you picked up know you picked up Grandpa? She says, pointing to the changeling. I want to point out, she is probably older than him.
Roll perception check. Or insight, whichever fits better in this situation.
I presume insight, but yeah. Another way they're doing. The bird is neither helping nor hindering the insight.
Now Audrey's like 116, right? Or 118?
120, yeah.
Yeah, this guy's like 30 years younger than you. But looks like he's significantly older than that.
Yeah. She's gonna still say it.
Look, look here, young one. He's slamming his hand onto a crate and standing up, and you can hear like some whirls in the joints. I may be old, but I'm not to that point yet.
Oh, that's sweet. You let him pretend he's still in his glory days. Be careful though. Hip injuries are very common in the elderly.
I'll have you know, I can still find my way into places I shouldn't be.
Well, I mean, yeah, old people tend to wander.
And I can do it without people noticing.
Yeah, I know. Old people do that all the time. What's your point, old man? Actually, I suppose technically young man. You're like a solid 30 years younger than me. she says, like, actually remembering, oh yeah, changeling, elf, right.
Had to pull 180.
What I'm saying is that I am probably the best in my field when it comes to sneaking around.
I mean, yeah, no one suspects the old man.
Oh yeah, I could also lie my way through the Sealy court.
I mean, yeah, no one suspects the old man. I mean, I wouldn't
I have
recommend. I
not
wouldn't recommend going
deteriorated
to the.
yet.
Keywords yet.
Yet. Well, it's good to cling on to your youth, but don't be delusional there, old man.
Be too mean. Jeez.
The elf blacksmith like sits down and like looks over the changeling and says, "Yeah, perhaps you should have gone for immortality like the two of us have." Granted, no, Joy has fairy aging and effectively immortal at this point. You're not going to die of old age.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get into it. Us elves don't exactly age much, anyways.
Well, I'm
Like, I mean, even if you're upwards of 750 and like you don't look that way. Arguably, that's more of a dangerous elf to fight than someone my age. Unlike you, Grandpa. Your peak was probably a solid 30 years ago. Actually, when I was your age.
no, his peak was more of 70 years ago. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I'm just saying that when we officially retired from more adventurous paths and became merchants, became Adrianus's partners, you were probably the best you were ever going to get. I mean, I certainly know you're that great in bed.
You don't have to do him so dirty like that. I mean, come on. The nursing home where he lives out has a big problem with STIs. I can assure you that. No, but seriously, are you not concerned that your griffin's about to maul Daehun?
I think Daehoon's going to be concerned about that in a second, but
Well, if he lays a hand on him, then he's going to have a Hexadin on him.
Look, I'm suggesting that you need to beat Daehoon up. I think the Griffin is going to win. That being said, I would still probably grab like a pail of water or the spray bottle. I've noticed Daehoon's sort of like a cat.
If all else fails, I can either charm or intimidate him away.
Fair enough. Anyways, other than you, Grandpa, I know your eyes aren't that good as they used to be. Have any of you seen a talking, kind of haughty fox girl?
A vixen, you say? I mean, I suppose there are
Yes, a
two right
literal
here.
vixen.
Yeah,
Like literal vixen.
stop, Volt. You're long past that age for either of us to be interested in you. I mean, one came by earlier just to make sure that that Cobalt got his armor.
Oh, cool. Where did she go? I don't want to resort to the ham plate.
Probably up to the cabin up on the hill.
Neat. Yeah, just make sure you have Grandpa back by sundown. The nurses worry for him.
I don't belong in a nursing home.
It's okay, I know. You think that, but you haven't lived in your house since the 20s. She says, waving the two women, and then looking and turning to the older man, to the changeling, like, remember to get home safely, and leave. Yeah, she'll head for the cabin.
All right, so, or actually, perhaps it's more, or better off said, cottage, but it's semantics. I suppose Miss Olivia and Fleur kind of just left the overall design to Ono and Tong, since they were busy.
Yeah, probably. Which means I'm pretty sure this cottage is going to look fucking weird, but that's not the point.
Well, so the cottage is right, there is a road that leads up to the cottage. It is the sole house. Actually, it's like right above the lair too. It has a great view over the city, or what will become a city eventually. Is a very traditional Japanese style. There is like 2 floors. No. There is a fence, but it's just like the fence that you're used to seeing, at least in older portrayals of like a wood post, like 2 wood posts connected by 2 more like miniature logs and a fence like that just around the house. But the cottage is behind the cottage is a hill, actually a pretty steep hill. But covered in the local wildlife. And as you're making your way up the road to the cottage, you do see crystals beginning to form out of the exposed rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've helped higher fences than this, Audrey says, rather easily jumping it, and will walk up to the front door. Spend a few moments trying to figure out how you knock on a paper sliding door. Before just opening it because there's the lock sticking her head in and going, "Hey yo, anyone here?"
So, quick question: would this be something that Miss Olivia would ignore?
Yeah, Miss Livia's probably more so paying attention to the to the actual like layer area. Mostly because Mikhail probably would keep annoying her if she didn't make sure that there was no shenanigans going on from the Horde.
Alright, so you look inside. There is a bit of a step up where you do see like some footwear, right, put up against the side of the wall. From the hallway, you see a Kenku step into frame. Like, looks like he's washing or drying some dishes. He looking at you a bit confused. Hello?
Yeah. Kenku, not Fox Girl, but a step in the right direction, I suppose. You see Tonk?
He dips his head, or nods his head.
Where would she be?
He puts the dish over the side, like takes a towel, throws it over his shoulder, steps down, puts some sandals on his feet, and will take you around back to where you see from the back door is like two stone paths that fork off, one going off to a shrine. Alright, you're pretty sure it's a shrine to a Vulcan-esque deity. Another just leads right up to the side of the hill. What's unusual about this hill is that there is a door in it. The Kenku goes over to it and knocks on the door. After a minute or two, the door opens, but you don't see anything until you look down and see that there is another fox is looking up at the two of you.
Fox isn't Tong. Because at least now she's seen Tong's fox form.
Oh, you want Tong? Well, I mean, she's currently busy at the moment. Can I ask why you're here?
Well, it came to my attention you guys don't have magic Skype, so I need to teleport back to Snow Cave.
Okay. Come in, I guess.
Alright. This isn't her first time dealing with a magnificent mansion. It won't be her last.
What is Sturbon doing this entire time?
I guess seeing as how everyone's doing their like township things, he's gonna head over to the forest that's been allocated for his use. I guess.
That's been reserved for him.
Yeah, and he's just going to enhance it, I guess is what you could call it.
Okay.
I don't know how I did this part. Yeah. Essentially just making him for himself a living house. Just a literal just plants that form a house, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Because everyone else is getting their own buildings, he's making his now.
And unlike those plebeians, you can do it for free.
The choice of being a druid.
I mean, Liv would have been fine to sleep in the cave. The problem was Fleur. Let's be entirely clear.
You're not wrong. I guess, roll a d20, add 9, since that's your wisdom plus proficiency at this point.
Yeah.
Easily. You're easily able to make yourself a home of your dreams, at least a sizable one for a single person.
Oh my god. I guess he'd make it look like a hobbit hole then. That's the closest I can think of.
The DM, who is a Tolkien fan, approves.
I think a lot of D&D players would be Tolkien fans.
Oh geez, I wonder why.
Yeah, but how many of them have attempted to read the Silmarillion?
Oh my god.
Probably too many. And frankly, even an unfortunately large amount of them probably succeeded.
Looks like I need some catching up to do.
Yeah, some Marian's long.
Well, I mean, it's not just that it's long.
It's not so much an adventure book. It's just a history book.
It is a history book. Yeah, it's just thinly disguised as a high fantasy novel, but it may as well just be a religious text. And reading those are not fun.
Well, regardless. So, Audrey, this, you step in and instead of a mansion, you just find yourself in a tower.
No, I mean, magnificent mansion can take the shape of the caster's desire.
And the four-tailed fox will lead you into the center of the room. And, without saying anything, just sinks into the floor.
Oh, how gosh. Audrey just, hands in her coat pocket will follow suit.
In what way?
She just says, oh, how gosh, and this is not her first time dealing with a wizard's tower where you have to float through floors. So she just follows the fox down.
Okay, how is she compelling herself to float down?
She is telling herself she needs to go down.
Okay, there. Is that so hard?
Again, apparently, this isn't her first time dealing with that type of shit.
Alright, yeah. You find yourself in a room full of books, or in at one of the desks, sitting at a microscope, is Tong. She currently has the one of the soil samples that she collected under it.
You unironically know some of the most pristine soil from ground ice, because it's all irradiated bullshit. Anyways, I require assistance, and by assistance, I mean taxi. She rummages through her stuff. I have some beef jerky as fare.
Anyways,
By that I mean, can you take me back to Snotcave Castle?
How quickly do you need to get there?
I mean, possibly sooner rather than later. But if you need to, I don't know, take a fucking nap to get your spell slots back, I'm also a wizard, I understand.
Well, currently I'm down a 7th and 8th level spell slot.
How do I put this? 6 to 7 nuclear devices just went off in the heartland of a country. If you were the leader of said country, would you want to hear about it now or tomorrow?
You're asking the wrong person.
I'm asking you to think about this logically, not in the sense that you're a fucking anarchist.
Well, again, the problem is I do not like nobility.
I mean, that's valid. However, Fallout. Do you like the common people? Because again, Fallout.
Roll persuasion.
The help of the persuasive bird, explaining how wind patterns in Shimver will blow nuclear fallout into other villages.
You hear a voice that says, well, she does have a point, ma'am. Fallout would not be very good for the common person. She finally, she looks down from and to the side from her microscope. And yeah, no one asked you, Gausher. You look in the direction where that voice came, and it's the owl familiar that she has.
I mean, I would listen to your familiar more often. I mean, okay, yes, this one's a bit too into her fucking role, and talks about the intricacies of eating vole meat, but that's not the point.
I mean, vole meat is very good.
Yeah, you two probably would have a lot to agree on that. She turns and looks to Rhiannon. Don't you fucking start. The bird was already erasing the chalkboard and was about to talk about the intricacies of roasting vole meat and looks dejected.
Okay, fine. And that right? No, not here. And Mori-san, I brought you soil samples. You can check for nutrients there. See if you can confirm my suspicions. All right. The four-tailed fox stands up, changes into a similar-looking woman, and goes over to the microscope that Tong had left and starts looking through it.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that, like, all of the first week of working with these dumbasses, I fished a rabbit off of a flying ship, I'd be a lot more confused right about now. Oh, fuck, Snowball. She just realized that her rabbit got nuked.
I don't know why this is so... Oh my god.
Tong has a wholly unamused look as she floats up through the ceiling and leads you outside before using her 9th level spell slot to teleport you to Stock Cave.
And that's the last of you see of Audrey for a while, was the just, oh fuck, Snowball.
Meal back on the island. So who wants to go first? Daehun or Cerebon?
Sure, I'll take a while for
Or Miss Livia, I suppose.
I mean, Miss Livia is probably, like, walking about. If this was a TV show, somehow conspicuously always missing Audrey. Though, knowing her, Griffin just landed. She is going to go play with the Griffin, because it combines two of her favorite animals, both of which can maul you. One of which is her familiar.
Yes, and I bet Shara is having a grand old time.
Shara is currently on the Griffin's back. Yes.
Daehun, you feel your blood tinge as a person that you dislike is nearby.
Hey, Daehun. Why are you talking to your sword?
Shut up. Sorry, Aaron. I'm going to have to let you go for now. We'll get back to cannibalism later, okay? Cool. He's going to put Aaron in his bag.
You know, out of context, that's disconcerting. In context, I'm not against cannibalism. Don't tell Fleur that.
Why not?
You think?
What?
Would you want Fleur to know that you're for cannibalism?
I mean, I think that she has a right to know certain things about you.
I mean, if you want to get into it, technically cannibalism would only be with other tieflings.
Which, yeah, you're part human, right?
No, I'm not. I mean, I suppose
definitely. You just get a little bit further away from me, a little bit more annoying.
I mean, I suppose, definitionally speaking, yes, if you go far back enough on my father's side, there's a human, but my father was a tiefling and my mother was a fiend. There is no human there.
You're disgusting.
Well, I mean, you want to get into it.
I don't. Thank you.
You're also kind of in the same boat I am.
Oh yeah, I have to have a conference call. Right. Yeah, gotta get all the voices in my head all in one.
No, okay, yeah, I suppose that is also, yeah. True. I meant more so the fact that if you ever have children, there's a non-zero chance they become tieflings because you have abyssal taint.
Okay. Cool. Well, nice to see you too. Goodbye. Just gonna walk away.
The island isn't that big.
I'm gonna still stake my place somewhere. Oh, by the
Why?
way,
Oh, wait,
where's
no,
the builders?
yeah, it's lunch break.
I already had
I'm
lunch.
No, not for you, for the builders. I'm against fucking unions, but apparently we have to play ball with them. Um, that being said, I think we covered this. Uh, yeah, the route to where you want to stake your claim is kind of a bitch to get to.
Okay. Do you have money?
I mean, yes, I definitionally.
How
But
does
I'm not.
live define money?
That's a loaded question there, buddy. How does the devil define money? Um,
I don't see
Useful is
what.
probably the highest level.
um, being said, no, my point there in being is that it might be a bit difficult for you to actually set up a city right now, but
Then I'll wait, and I'll get money, and I'll buy myself a ship, and then I'll make myself a fort, and then I won't have to see you every now and then. You know,
we haven't seen
Okay.
each other in literally weeks.
it's been amazing. Well, it was all right there for a little while, but then the other elf showed up. The one you keep saying, "Oh yeah, I want to meet her." You never do.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Daehun, are you doing okay?
I was beat up by a tree. It wasn't moving. Do you know how annoying that is?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
finally
had to
moved.
fight one.
It-
Yeah, no, I had to fight one of those in the fucking ocean.
Wow, amazing. Mine was in the ground, and we had to destroy it with.
No, I mean like
nukes.
in oh dear God, there were nuclear devices down there.
I don't know. That's just what the elf said.
It's just a biting her lip, like fuck.
Yeah, a lot of them went off. I started it up, and then she said that that's a bad idea, and then she said it's a good idea because I'm a genius. And
I
she just
somehow don't believe anyone called you a genius.
no, no one called me. It's because she was too embarrassed, but I was.
I mean, I don't know if it's a genius plan as much as it's just the lesser of two evils here.
Eagles? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
no, I mean, I know it's fucking rich coming from me, but nuclear devices are kind of objectively evil. Actually,
Okay, that's so arguing.
well, yes, I know I'm also objectively evil, but like worse evil. Actually, you know what? Here, why don't we? She'll pull out her fucking
I don't.
twin divine medallion. Hey,
I
War,
don't want a lecture.
War.
Oh wait, if we're talking war, then I'm on board.
Hey, War. Do you know anything about nuclear devices? We have to convince Daehun not to build them.
Okay, I can build anything. Everybody stops me from doing anything I want.
He's a bit grumpy about it, but I don't think that we should have Daehun with nuclear devices.
Can't be possessed by demon, can't be nuclear devices. I just want to do something.
Roll at religion with advantage.
All right.
Can't have that gold, no fort, no gold. Ah, nice.
Okay, the two of you find your visions going white, and then you find yourselves in that cloudy landscape.
At least these guys know what I want. Kind of give it to me every now and then. Except for one time. I want to talk to Peace. Where's Peace?
And you hear well, I must say I'm rather impressed that the Forsaken One has managed to take down a branch of the Hungering One.
Oh. Thank you.
Who,
Damon's complete demeanor just brightens up. He is very happy now.
Lou just turns and looks at Daehoon and then goes, which one of... We separately took down 2 of those trees.
I'm the Forsaken. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I got rid of my demon.
Yeah,
and you said
did,
I couldn't get it back.
Yeah, and I stand by that position.
Well, thank you, War. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. My sister is angry and confused that someone who forsook their chosen destiny and are still choosing to do what they were chosen to do.
You could have just left it as your sister is angry and confused. I think that's her general demeanor.
Hey, don't be mean.
I genuinely think Peace is a bitch.
Peace is nice. I've never met her, but I'm sure she is.
You met Peace.
I did?
Yeah, I mean, then I started to badmouth her, but that's not the point.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that. Probably because it was blasphemous. Anyway. Wow, okay, wait, so how many other spikes are there?
Well,
Sorry,
unfortunately, due to the lack of followers, I don't exactly know.
Oh.
However, I do know that the Hungering One is not happy.
I would imagine not. He just got ganked by apparently a nuclear device.
6.
Terrifying.
That's my new favorite number. 6. It's a solid number.
Of course it would be. She's just like rubbing the ridge of her nose. So you mean to tell me 6 nuclear devices went off in the heart of Shimver? It's an interesting position.
Well, not just 6 nuclear devices. 6 nuclear soul nuclear devices. It is quite frankly lucky that you got out of there when you did, because otherwise, not even resurrection could bring you back.
Violently tearing your soul out of your body tends to do that to you.
Wow.
Well, it's not just that. Your soul wouldn't even go to the soul wall.
Oh. It just skips that step.
Oh, more like your soul is atomized.
Yeah, it just skips that step. Neat.
I need that.
No, you don't!
Yes, I do.
No one needs that!
What if we did it to like think about this. What if we blew up someone who was going to become Vecna before they became a Vecna? With that, then they just wouldn't happen.
What if you decide to throw one of these at a place like Genomice Theocracy, where they practice demon worship?
Okay, yes. Well,
I'm not... Okay, look, that's a great way to sell me on this, but, the point stands. No. Do you trust soul bombs? I don't. I mean, I don't trust myself with soul bombs, but that's not the point here.
You don't trust yourself?
Not with that type of weaponry. We just discussed this. I'm empirically evil.
But that means that you should trust yourself. In everything.
Once upon a time, yes, but I blame Fleur.
Oh, she's turning you good.
She's being my fucking moral compass. So either she's redeeming me or I'm corrupting her. I think it's a bit of both, actually.
Okay, look, we're here for a reason.
Yeah, but yes, I called Task War to teach you maybe not have weapons that could literally end all civilization on this planet.
Oh, Yeah, let's talk more about nukes.
I would like to point out, Daehoon, the same processes that happen in a nuclear device happen in the cores of stars.
I know, right? Wait,
I thought you were anti-star.
wait a minute. Wait, but isn't that a good thing though? Because that just shows the evil of stars. Ah, ah.
Well, I mean, it also happens in the core of the sun.
Back with your blasphemy. Look, choose one. I'm gonna choose one. I'm gonna say it's the
Well,
sun.
the sun is a star, Daehoon.
I refuse to accept this. I don't care who you are. I don't care if
You
you're a god.
literally have a god here who can explain to you that the sun is a star.
Hey,
I
look,
can't
knowledge
trust you.
is not my domain. Strategy, perhaps, but not general knowledge.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but something tells me, like, at least once upon a time, you were at least homies with a solar deity. I mean, your sister doesn't seem like the type to make friends, but you do seem like the type to make friends.
Really? War.
Really
The
weird,
god
because
of
you're
war
war.
wants to make friends and not the goddess of peace.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking strange. Why are you the nice one?
Probably because he likes. Oh, I get it. You like her demeanor. You like how she's always making everybody angry.
I
Because
mean,
she
I
constantly
do,
causes war, and peace hates her because she's stirring the pot. I get it. Okay, that
I
makes
do
sense.
also I do also work for a war goddess. I feel like I should add that.
Yeah, like you are war. Well, part of it, right? You cause
I
problems.
mean,
Peace
Well,
doesn't like problems.
if you
political
want to get into it,
intrigue as well.
I mean, if you
Oh
want to
yeah,
get into it, Anana technically is both war and civilization, so she does also tackle peacetime problems.
yeah, but that's not your domain, or that's not your realm of expertise. You're really good at killing people and making people angry. So, just saying, that's probably why peace doesn't like you. Why you don't like peace.
Well, I mean, I did also explicitly call peace a bitch.
Exactly.
It
Okay.
was not undeserved.
Yeah, from your point of view. What if you're wrong? What if you don't wait? Do you trust yourself in that? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm quite certain.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I'm also quite certain that since neither war nor peace is this world's over deity, they're not really that much of a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
Ouch.
I mean, you want to get into it. The same goes for Anana.
Oh,
Ouch.
speaking of my sister, she was irritated that an off-worlder did most of the work in handling the branch with you and your oracle.
Well, bitch can fucking deal. Actually, I have a note to give for you to give to your sister. Uh, she hands War a sticky note. It's just Liv giving Peace the middle finger. I would like to point out she asked Ono to draw this as well.
Okay.
Just there you go. Yeah, that's what I have to say in response to her bitching and moaning. The problem got dealt with. She needs to get off her fucking high horse. No, I mean, if you want to get into it, the only reason the Forsaken One, as you referred to him, had nuclear devices was because of a completely separate branch of Offworlders. This must not be a good day for her.
No, but it's a great day for me.
Yeah, I like you, man. You're the type of guy you can go get drinks with.
And you know what? Your best friend, that off-worlder, he has possession of all the automatons that were possessed by those other off-worlders.
That's probably not a good idea, but who am I to judge?
Now, Must say, I am slightly not happy that you allowed that elf girl to convince you to let her destroy the notes in the armor.
Oh, don't worry. They're still around. They're gonna happen.
Yes.
I want them suits.
Yes, and, well, let's just say if you return to the frozen mountains, you might find more of those. Well, maybe not that armor specifically, but what it was based off of. And actually, you, Dragon, you should have one of those sets of armor.
Are you talking to me or the actual dragon? Actually, did the actual dragon come with?
Is there a difference?
Yeah. He's the fucking responsible adult. Never tell him I said that. She looks explicitly at Daehyun.
What?
Okay, good, he wasn't listening. Being said, we should probably let the dragon in on the conference calls. You're forcing him to work with you, you know. Kind of a dick move.
Well, my sister is a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that, but she's not here now, is she?
No, but you requested my audience with me specifically.
Okay, well, in the future, if I do that, and you specifically, just let the dragon come with. Actually, frankly speaking, if I request both of your audiences and you're at least there, I'll allow the dragon to come with just to piss her off.
I'll think about it. Now, is there anything else you wish to discuss with me?
Let's see here. I think Sturbon turned one of those trees into tea.
Yes, that is not necessarily a good idea.
I don't think he plans on using it for anything aside from assassination attempts. Which also keenly reminds me about who his family is.
Yes, and being a deity of political intrigue, I'm not going to prevent him from utilizing it.
I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I'm just wanting to say that should we at all be concerned about further turning these trees into tea, or is it okay?
Let's say if I was one of the chosen, I would not. Considering that my predecessors, who are now corrupted disciples of this thing, would use that as a homing beacon.
I'll let him know, but also, when have you ever known us to actually take the smart option?
Traps. We needed traps.
Yes, I do also like the idea of a comically large bear trap. That's not the point here, Daehyun.
Spike pits, tigers. Good stuff.
I do have a word of warning before you leave. Do keep an eye on the heralds of the dragon gods. There's no telling on what it is he will do. I mean, sure, you have an agreement with him, but no honor among thieves.
Yes, I believe we both are under no misconceptions that both of us have a dagger behind our back where we're shaking hands. Being said, thinking about it, you should probably work with the dragon gods on this one.
I don't. Okay.
I mean, it's the common enemy thing. You know, the same reason why the US and the USSR worked together to defeat Hitler, you know, that sort of deal. Actually, you wouldn't know, Daehoon. Roar would know. That's literally his domain.
Okay, you're talking gibberish. Or it's been nice to see you. Thank you for the compliments. I'm gonna go now.
Yes, and do keep an eye out whenever you're on this island. There's a third charlatan.
Oh,
Tulu.
aye. Time to go get a hand.
That is too many charlatans in one geographic location. Oh right, I almost forgot. She pulls out embossed tickets. There's two, albeit it's kind of begrudgingly giving him two because she didn't want to give one to Peace. It's for This is for when we invariably open Jurassic Park on this island, which will be both simultaneously a great idea and nothing can go wrong, but also a horrible idea and it will fail just like the last two times they did it. I
Your visions go white and you find yourselves back on the island.
Your mouth is always dry after that.
Yeah, you just gotta get used to it. I'm sorry, man.
So when you come back to the people that were inside the smoothie are now outside of it. The tiefling, whom I think Miss Livia knows by name, Lashan.
I think
Joy.
I think Liv knows. Yeah, I think Liv knows all of them by name because grandfather-in-law.
Yes. So Joy is out there petting both Shara and the Griffin.
It's yours. That makes sense.
Chuyen is just like leaning up against the corner wall, like watching this entire thing go down. When you come to Volt, damn it, they're conscious again.
Oh,
Before
hey, Gramps.
sulking off.
Now, do your nurses know that you're currently away from your nursing facility?
I don't have a nursing facility.
You keep telling yourself that, buddy. It's good to believe that you are going to die in your own home. Frankly speaking, I mean, given the choice of an epic boon, I don't know why you didn't choose immortality.
Because I got that.
I like your strategy. Now, I don't need to choose that epic boon because Mind Dragon.
I don't need it since I'm Oath of Ancients Paladin.
Yeah. But you know... Well, it's okay, Gramps. I mean, enjoy your twilight years.
What if we... You know what? This isn't my fight. Hey, do any of you know where I can find a lot of oil?
Like, wait, crude oil or kerosene?
Lamp oil.
Oh. Yeah, you see that large tent over there?
I am looking in the direction you're pointing.
Cool. Yeah, that's... Well, it's where the general store will be, but they sort of just are setting up shop prematurely. I'll check in there.
Thank you.
Hey, speaking of Shopsmith Livia, I'm not sure if your wife knows about this, but I completed the sign for her trading post.
Oh, good. Now, what about the curse factory?
We're not doing that here.
I'm gonna sell one.
That's what you think. I know Tong will come around on this.
Are you sure?
Honestly, yeah, because it's just kind of funny. Especially to put it right next to, a cage full of cave bears.
Yeah, I think she might have her hands full with the library that she managed to convince Fleur to have built.
Look, I'm all for public education. I just think we're jumping the gun a bit. Do we even have farmland?
I want to make some.
They're working on it.
Okay, good. We just need, food supply and water.
Yeah, this would actually have to be something that I bring up with her, but why did Tong insist on Fleur having the theater be both a theater and a lecture hall?
Is there a difference?
There technically is. If I had to guess, knowing Tong, she's a bit weird and kind of, I don't know, chaotic. Like, just chaotic. She's also weirdly kind of a scientist, so I presume presentation, especially for geology. I don't know how many people are going to come and show up, but
Well, it's more than just geology, right? She also has interest in magic, obviously, but also language.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't think we're gonna get many like world-renowned linguists in the area, right? I mean, other than Tong. Magic's reasonable, but I don't think we're setting ourselves up to be like a magical hub. Though I suppose we just sort of are one by default because we're built on a massive draconic energy wellspring.
And you have an archmage here.
Yeah, that too. Thanks, Mikhail. We also need to desalinate the lake.
Oh, that's a lot of boring words. I'm gonna go.
Well, Dayham, go take a step from the lake.
No, how would I do that? I got a jug.
Oh, just try it.
Again, no, I'm fine.
I see.
Crustiness around the edges.
So you're a wuss.
I am smarter than that. I would not let you bait me into something I don't want to do. You demon.
Now, that's factually incorrect. You know it.
Yeah, he does. But he doesn't care, and he's going to keep walking away.
I am both kind of surprised and glad that he's growing as a person. Fortunately, I think, he's also discussing cannibalism with a magic sword. So, 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, it's still a step forward.
But I must say, even for Hexblade, that was an odd conversation.
Yeah.
Joy just gets a not happy look when that voice speaks of it for like reaching her hand out and a bunch of flames appear as sword appears. No one asked for your opinion.
Yeah, you just sort of got to deal with it now. Actually, you wouldn't know this. You've been at this longer than I've been alive. At this point, you just sort of got to accept your patron's opinion when it's not deserved. That's why I currently have myself on Do Not Disturb for Nana's company teams.
See, she gets it.
Unfortunately, I have to deal with the dragon.
That is a different problem all to its own.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's not dissimilar. That being said, I don't think I'm not quite sure if this is because Ormir's a hexblade or because Daehun's Daehun. I'm frankly kind of inclined to believe it's because Daehun's Daehun. Also, it looks like he was about to throw hands with the Griffin.
He was when we first landed.
He had that general look that he gets when he isn't allowed to kill something he really wants to kill. I do believe the Griffin would have won, though. Has anyone seen Sturbon? She's actually looking around. It's kind of weird that only Daehun would be here. I'm pretty sure, like, Fleur and I explicitly told Sturbon not to let him out of his sight when we're not there.
He was here when that elf was here. Before she ran off to go and find the vixen.
I see. Well, I can venture to guess where he ended up, knowing Sturbon. Anyways, it's great talking to you. Liv like walks over, picks Shara up, who does that cat thing when you grab them in their belly, trying to stay on the Griffin.
Ow.
And I'm gonna go look for Sturbon. Make sure you get Gramps steer back to his nursing home before sundown. And hey, Gramps, buddy, you remember to take your pills today?
I don't need any medicine. I am in far better physical condition than you.
I can hear your joints creaking, so...
Those aren't my joints, those are the joints of my armor. Yeah, you can clearly tell that she's a paladin. She's a fighter. Why can't you tell that I'm an armorer? Artificer.
I mean, even if that's the case, then those sorts of like people don't make armor that specifically, makes a lot of noise. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's just your actual elbow. You sure you don't have arthritis?
I'm very certain.
Actually, you're not the one I should ask about this. Your mind starts to go when you age. Are you sure he doesn't have arthritis? She turns back to the hexblade.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Shunyan, you've been with him the longest. Yeah. Perhaps we should find you a nursing home. You're 50 years overdue. Shunyan, you're supposed to be on my side.
Look, I mean, retirement homes are a lot better than they used to be, as long as you find a good one.
Look, Volt, we've been nominally on the same side. It's just, when you got a little old, you just kind of lost your good looks. Your natural good looks.
Fortunately, no longer have to worry about that. Get wrecked, nerd. Anyways, yeah, no, if you need some... Oh, wait, hold up. Liv rummages through his stuff, and we'll pull out some pamphlets for some nice nursing homes on the Aegean coast, and we'll hand them to Shin. Here, look, find the best care for him. He needs it.
Speaking of pamphlets, I should have done this while Damon was still here. And actually, why don't you go get Sturbon and Damon bring him back here? We can go over the information pamphlets.
I will try and retrieve Daehun. Sturbon more than likely will actually come back with me. Yes, you can discuss putting Gramps in a nursing home now. It's okay.
And as you're walking away, you can hear the sound of arguing behind you.
She turns around, pulls out her pocket watch. Also, it's 4:30. Isn't it time for your bed? Isn't it your bedtime now, Grandpa?
He flips you off.
She just blows him a kiss and we'll go off to find Starbond.
Okay. Well, go ahead, roll perception. It's not going to be a very high DC considering Starbond's preferences.
Oh, geez, I wonder where Starbond is. Maybe he's the explicit part of the forest that we left for him. Yes, just want to make sure. I know where Starbond is on all possible timelines. In the exact same spot.
Well, you managed to find Starbond's hobbit hole. So, do you have any other descriptions other than hobbit hole?
I can come up with. It's essentially just a living home.
Oh, so it's like Yoda's on Dagobah.
Kind of, yeah.
Will explicitly enter through a window. Hey, Starwan, like what you did with the place.
Thanks. What do you need?
Well, information pamphlets are ready.
For what now?
I don't know. The island, presumably.
What,
I think we're setting up a board of tourism. I'm not quite certain. Speaking of which, I'm also going to need to ask your assistance on setting up the bear cage.
Bear cage?
Yes, the plot of land designated for a cage and 20 or so cave bears.
Why do you want to have a cage for 20 or so cave bears?
Partially because they'll be funny, partially because it's going right next to the curse factory.
Why do you need 20 cage bears?
Well, you want to have a healthy number of cage bears, I guess we're calling them now. Look, I mean, we could just go out into the woods and get cave bears and put them in the plot, but I figure it would be better if we have the druid actually make sure that their enrichment is, kept in check. Anyway, well, do you want us to mistreat the cage bears?
I wouldn't want the cave bears to be in a cage in the first place.
You know what? Cage is a bit of a loaded term. Let's call it animal pen.
Why exactly are you doing an animal pen? For bears, of all things.
You never cultivate bears where you're from? It's a rather common practice for the tieflings in Agia.
For what reason would you keep a bear?
Now, some of them you put into armor. They can be warriors. They like cigars for some reason. Some of them you noble. And then gaslight everyone into thinking that it's a human. And some, just a vibe. It's a very multifaceted thing for keeping cave bears in Agia. Speaking of which, Sir Barrington is a human. Remember that.
No.
You will be dragged off to the dungeon if you call him a bear. We have successfully gaslit the entire upper echelon of Aegean politics into believing a bear is one of them.
Gaslit or threaten them with violence if they say otherwise. So small.
There's a bit of column A, a bit of column B. He also looks quite dapper in his suit. 1 second. She rummages through her things and pulls out a picture of a bear in Aegean noble attire. He has a laurel wreath and is sitting like in what is effectively the Athenian democratic court. Next to him are just two very confused Ozmar. Like I said, he's quite the gentleman. You do not know. You do not want to know how hard it was to teach a bear how to step dance.
I can guess.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, I would rather you help with the bear pin, but it is not necessary. I know Himiku already signed off on the bear pin. Though, I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, given who Himiko is. Anyways, yeah, we need to find Daehoon.
And what's
Hopefully he's still at the general store. Hopefully Town Square is not on fire. He was buying oil.
Well, you don't know where he is currently because he's not at the general store, but you might be able to find him.
Yeah, how much oil were you purchasing?
So the oil was actually a diversion.
Ah.
That's a lie, see.
Ah.
Daehoon is actually going to head straight for the forest. Preferably in the direction of the road that he's going to have to take to McTail.
Which one? There are two roads.
The blue one.
All right. So you pretty much.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with the blue one.
Yeah, because there's currently the Ridge of the Hills road or planned, and the coastal one.
How about this? Would it be alright if I made a nature check to see which one Daehoon would think would be better? Like, easier to traverse.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll in nature.
Awesome.
It is obviously the up on the ridge of the hills. You know, that way you get a nice, clear view of the ocean.
Oh, yeah. That awesome breeze. All right. Hey, we're going to go that direction. So he's going to get to the edge of the forest, or at least deep enough into it that he can't really see much. And then he's going to take out his sword and turn it on and stab it into a tree. And just wait.
Well, the tree eventually catches fire.
Cool. He's going to take his sword out, walk over to another tree, a little bit wide, like, I don't know, 10 feet away, stab the tree. He's going to do that a couple more times until, like, the fire around him is burning enough that he should probably get out.
Yeah, that's, it's going to be very noticeable.
Awesome.
I mean, I would imagine if he's not far enough away from Mikhail's lair, Mikhail alone could sense him.
All right.
Well,
so how many trees do I get to?
Oh, probably like 10.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I was not expecting that. At this point, Daehoon is now going to start running back as fast as he can. Yeah, he's not sticking around. Whoops.
So, Miss Olivia Steravon, as you are coming out of Steravon's home, you do see, like, on the ridge of the mountains, so probably about here-ish, you see a column of smoke.
Well, I'm gonna give some credit where credit's due. It is not in the center of town. Being said, that does save me a bit of trouble. And the spirit of nature.
Yep,
Have fun with that.
you're helping.
Fuck. All right, Mikhail, you're helping. Tag out.
You realize we can only stay like that for a minute, right?
Yeah, but your wings are larger than mine, and therefore you can probably blow the fire out quicker than I can.
Oh, yes, please, please put wind onto this fire. Do that.
By that I mean you can also reach the fire quicker than I can.
That's
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom?
Yes.
I thought it was charisma for Liv.
Okay,
And that's
charisma.
fine. I just assumed it was spellcasting. Do I add proficiency?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. No problem. You don't even get the normal, like, struggle to tag in and tag out. This is probably the smoothest transition the two of you have had since you first discovered each other. Well, since you first discovered Mikhail as an entity.
Neat.
nice.
Yeah, you're able to quickly get over to where a fire is growing. Actually, it just occurred to me that this entire area would not necessarily be clear. It's just where the red circle is. Where it's clear. The rest of this would be hazy.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
is this because of you or because Daehun just lit a forest on fire?
Presumably Daehoon.
Okay.
I am not a red or a gold dragon. I cannot breathe fire.
I wasn't sure if it's because you guys have a habit of making fog clouds. That being said, yeah, actually, I'm not quite certain I can speak with Sturbon right now. So I'm just going to ask you this. Do you think your acid could put out a fire?
Put out to fire this size? No.
Do you think it would help?
Might make a good fire break.
Okay, let's prevent this from hitting town, at least. That being said, you're going to have to convince Sturbon to go somewhere else.
Wait. Actually, okay.
Okay, so Cerebon, you hear in your head, Miss Olivia and I are going to try to make a fire break. We're going to leave it to you to put out the fire.
Okay.
Look, there's not much I can do.
Yeah, because you're a dragon.
And my expertise is explicitly starting these things.
All right. I suppose just Lunar, roll the damage for Mikhail's acid breath. Cerebon, do your normal shtick.
Alright. Starburn, I guess, attempts rain. Yay. Or convincing the fire to go.
Well, it starts raining. Not that hard to do. Except in this area right here, because that area is always has nice weather. So you just get a wall of cloud, like right at the edge of the 1 mile radius from the lair. So, it definitely lowered the DC to put out the fire, but it's not putting the fire out completely.
Just try to win.
I will say that the acid has stopped the fire from spreading. Well, for now, it has stopped the fire from spreading. It still does need to be put out. And this would have taken the entire time that you can have Mick tagged in before you start suffering from exhaustion.
Alright, well, yeah, I suppose at least for now, she'll tag back out.
And since you're switching to Miss Olivia's form, it does not require a check.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well then. Starpon. Buddy, quick question.
What's up?
Why was the first thought rain in an area that literally it cannot rain in?
I honestly did not think about that.
You know, at this rate, it would just be easier, you know, Mick, if both of us at least could work together to, I don't know, reinstate the fog cloud.
There's a mist that's
Look,
all
a
that's
mist-
coming back.
Look, the fog cloud at least will help the fire. Well, not help the fire, I mean help put out the fire.
Look, the magic is just coming back.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
know.
exactly expect it to come back overnight.
I mean, that's exactly what I expected to do. Actually, I can have magic come back on on like an hour nap. What's your excuse?
That this kind of magic usually takes decades to establish.
Well, sounds like a you problem. Being said, I don't know. Why don't you just politely ask the fire to stop burning, Starbon? Have you tried that?
As he'll try willing the fire to die.
Okay. Roll for it.
Right. Wonderful.
No. And like a certain fire ganassi, it rebels.
Neat. Okay. Fine. Third option. Hear me out here. Turn into a fucking water elemental. Go into the lake and use the lake. Actually, I don't know why that wasn't our third option. Why that our first option. I'm sorry, dragon bullshit. Apparently apparently Mikhail had a really wild 20s. She says, just rubbing rubbing her chin. I need to sort out my memories real quick. I'm gonna leave that to you, Starbuck.
Okay.
And by the way, I think it should be obvious that no one tells Fleur that this happened.
Oh yes, no, entirely so. Look, alright, here, Taehoon. Now where the fuck is Taehoon?
Where did Daehoon go?
Well, over to the other trail.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey,
Though he took the
Mikhail,
long way around. He's not going to cut straight to it, but he does want to get to about here? Yeah.
Hey, Mikhail, buddy. He's currently on your lair. Do you know where he is?
Roll his perception.
Okay. The perceptive lion is trying to massage Liv's brain, I guess.
He's over by the coast.
Okay, Starbon, you deal with this one. I'm gonna go stop Daehoon. And just as she'll take off and fly that direction. That, as the crow flies, or as the dragon flies.
Cool. Well, when you show up, Daehoon is, he's got this big circle on the ground, saying some random incantation. Looks like it has something to do with a horse, probably. There's some hummingbird in there, too.
Liv just smudges the circle. No, you stop that.
You know what? He's going to just go back to cat.
Stop lighting the forest on fire. That's not how you deal with this.
I'm summoning a horse. Shut up. And he's going to keep trying to summon.
Yeah, Liv just keeps breaking the summoning circle.
That was kind of for show. I don't think I need it, right?
I don't know. I don't have Fine Steed.
Doesn't look like I need it.
What's the casting time?
10 minutes.
I mean, it's a ritual, so 10 minutes. If he's casting it as a ritual.
Oh, wait. Can I cast it instantaneously?
Yeah, if you want to burn a spell slot. No, it's still 10 minutes. So it takes 10 minutes if you burned a spell slot. It takes an hour and 10 minutes if you cast it ritually.
And I'll be using the spell slot because I need to rest anyway. Okay.
Why are you doing this, Daehoon?
Well, I need to get over to the... Sorry, he's going to focus.
Daehoon, you have a trail. I'm just saying it's a bit overgrown, so it's hard for people to get over there.
He's going to stamp on the ground angrily while still saying stuff.
My point there in being is that if he just asked Sturbon politely, he probably could have cleared the forest without that.
He'll give a shrug.
I will tell Fleur.
He'll give another less committed shrug.
You really want to deal with angry Fleur?
While still casting his spell, he's going to kind of deflate a little bit and shake his head.
This has nothing to do with the fact that the dragon in my head currently wants to eat you for desecrating his island. Do you want to deal with angry Fleur?
Yeah, he's going to shake his head no again and keep casting.
Okay, let's get back to camp then, buddy.
He's going to go no emphatically and keep casting his spell.
What the hell happened to you when I was gone?
With one of his feet, he's going to point towards a tree.
I mean, okay, other than the tree that beat you to death, or near death.
Okay, this might take a wisdom save if he's going to start drawing in the sand, so he's not going to try.
You are acting way more impulsive than you usually are.
Okay, for the sake of this, is it all right if this spell's just done?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so before you see a big old warhorse, looks like it's covered in feathers from hunger.
Yeah, I've seen Hummer before.
Good old Hummer. Hi, Hummer. Look.
You know I can keep up with you and Hummer, right?
Yeah, that's not the point. It's just that I hadn't seen it in a little while and I wanted to go riding.
Oh.
The point is
okay.
this.
Can you promise me not to start any more forest fires?
As long as you can convince Sturbon A not to bury me under a tree and C to clear me a reasonable path. Yes.
I will do what I can, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully he just doesn't notice that it was me.
I think he knows it was you.
Oh.
Actually, I think out of anyone, right, the Fire Ganassi's weirdly missing. I was with him at the time, so that leaves you.
What about Gorza?
You really think Gorza would start a forest fire?
No.
Yeah. Okay, look, your camp. Actually, there are people down where you want to set up camp. If you want to go talk to them, they're probably trying to build your area. I'm gonna go back, try and help put out this fire. Okay, I'll talk to Turbine. You're a charismatic leader, bro.
Yeah, but that never seems to come up. I don't get to do anything. It's all you talking, Sturbon doing cool things. I just sit back there in the muscle, right? What am I supposed to do?
I mean, you blow. I've seen you literally stick your sword on someone and they blew up.
Yeah, that was fun. It's just like, I'm thinking, what if there's more to life than just hitting people?
I mean, generally speaking, yes. Okay, that's a valid point. Right now, okay, hear me out. I get what you're saying. I do. Right? I literally ran away from home because I didn't like my lot in life. But think about it this way. Until our mission's done, right? We need you to help us. You've more or less accepted it for yourself. Damn.
Okay, fine.
Until our mission's done, right? We need you to help us blow up more of these trees. And if it's any consolation, you are going to piss off a goddess a lot.
It's odd. I like peace. But okay, fine. I'll destroy the trees because I don't like the raven kind.
Also, yeah, I mean, if you don't help destroy the trees, the world kind of dies. And if you have any aspirations past hitting things, you kind of want the world. Um,
Okay.
I will add, okay, buddy. Regarding McTail, I'm going to just let you do what you please with that. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Technically speaking, the leader of this island is the dragon in my head, so don't stir the pot too much. But I will help you make a country if you want to.
Oh no, it's not going to be a country, just an outpost. My
Well, I mean, it's
vacation home for my
probably
actual country.
okay. Well, I mean, you get my point. Also, it
Okay.
will probably turn into a city. Let's be real.
Oh,
You did pick
that's good.
really fertile land.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. It looked really cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, just I don't know. If you need to talk, just talk. Don't start forest fires next time, okay?
Okay. It's all
Great.
right. I just needed to destroy something, and now I'm back.
Yeah,
Thanks for the talk. And as much as I hate you, you're sometimes okay. Maybe like a couple seconds every day. That's about it.
yeah. No, I mean, the feelings mutual, buddy.
Okay.
She'll just fucking finger guns and take off using her wings, and we'll fly back to Swan.
He'll
As
think about
you're finger gunning him, there's a whoosh of wind. Daeon, you see that behind her has come a looks like a hybrid between a humanoid and a dragon. It's certainly large, but sliding off the back, you see Silver. All right, what's going on? You saw fire.
Hey. Yes. Yes. It's under. Well, okay. I don't know if the actual fire is under control, but I don't know. Something was up with Daehoon. He needed to talk, to take out his frustrations a little bit. You should probably get him a really cool sword one of these days.
I already got one. I need a cape. No,
Are you
I need
really?
a
Are you? Okay. I mean, are you really going to say no to more cool swords?
Darn it, you know me too well. Just trying to get as much out of you as possible. You know, I want money. I want a sword. Ooh,
Okay. I can help. Help you like learn how to exploit this ultimately corrupt capitalist system we live in.
awesome.
She looks back at Silvar. Ooh, so it's under control. Okay, we are not telling Fleur.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely know that.
Okay,
Even
then,
though I have nothing to do with you guys, I think I would still get in trouble with her.
yeah, almost certainly.
Oh, by the way, Liv, this is Vogley, my son from the future. He and a bunch of other people came back looking for your daughter and her group. But
cool.
they're all up in the
Cool.
mountains helping out with the expedition.
Why do I get the feeling you met your future self?
Yeah, let's just say that I Will Face Myself was playing in the background.
Funny. Ayo. You were a lot cuter as a baby, bro. She says to Vogley.
Well, this just happens to be Dragon Prophet's powers that have made me like this.
Okay, well, that being said, yeah, you're carrying your dad back to Sturbon. I refuse to carry you. Actually, no. So far, fine. I'm not going to be a dick. Here, you can borrow the broom of flying, since the two of us apparently can fly on our own merit.
You gave the broom of flying to Fleur.
Fuck right.
But
You can have the cauldron from the broom of flying. It is entirely useless and does not fly on its own power, but we don't always sort of stuff you in it.
Dayon, do you want help like clearing this section of forest out for the road? Because I currently have him as a dragon at the moment, and apparently he has blue dragon ancestry.
I don't think lightning is going to help the not lighting the forest on fire thing.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you're right. No, it's all right. Thank you, though. I'll probably just talk to Sturban.
All right,
It already
then.
threatens me.
All right.
Look, I would more so be okay with this if I didn't just expend my 1 minute of allotted dragon time per day to set up a fire break. Actually, come to think of it, Mikhail, your scintillating breath would probably just blast a trail through the woods, wouldn't it?
It would have the same problem as lightning.
Fuck. I figured it was a bit more controlled, but yeah, you're right. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to help Daehyun, that's cool. Just don't use lightning. I'm looking at you, Vogley. And don't use your rune knight powers because you have a habit of lighting things on fire as well.
Aye, it's only one rune.
The point stands.
Now, if you don't actually want me lighting things on fire, that means I can't use my sword. Because that actually does fire damage.
Can you just not turn the whole thing on for the fire?
It's a Dragon Wrath blade.
Oh. You stole from a red dragon?
Yeah, back when Fleur and I were with her friends' party.
Yeah, not even. Wow, not even I am that stupid.
Well, we didn't steal. We were witness to a slaying. And then, you know.
I mean, okay. Was it another dragon that slew said dragon, or was it the, eclipse that slew said dragon?
It was the Eclipse. Yeah, they're high enough level.
Yeah, no, I that's why I brought that forward. But if it was another dragon, then well, I mean, I would presume you know dragon etiquette. But if not, the literal dragon in my head would explain dragon etiquette. The general rule is to the victor go the spoils. But I digress. You two. She points to Daehyun and Silver. Behave yourself.
Okay.
And she'll fly off to go regroup with Sturban.
Alright, and that's where we'll call for this week. We'll figure out if the fire gets put out next week or not.